Hello, I'm Laura and I'm here at Cats Protection in Hazelmere, and today I'm here with Lisa and she is very friendly, so I think you'll get to see a lot of Lisa today. She's got this big shave patch on her side where she had to have an operation, but she's all better now, so that's good news, and her fur's starting to grow back nicely. I think you can see it more on the other side at the moment. So today I've got for you chapter 3 of Elmo Gets Arrested. So let's find out what happens when Elmo meets the Cat Alert team. And here they are. It was nearly midnight in a dark corner of the garden in the ruins of a very old house. A few streets away from where Elmo and Silky lived, all sorts of cats were sitting around in a circle, waiting for something. There were a lot of silent meows and whisperings from one cat to another. And look at them there, all sitting around in a circle for their meeting. Is he here yet? Ruby and Diamond asked their mother. Shush, said Esmeralda to her 2 young kittens. He'll be here when he's here. What does that mean? Ruby and Diamond said together. Don't ask too many questions, Esmeralda replied. You will see soon enough. There was a full moon in the sky, but they were all sitting under the branches of a very old redwood tree. The shadows hid them from the view of any stranger who may be passing by at that late hour. Elmo and Silky sat nearest to the huge trunk of the tree, which was over 200 years old. It seemed to have a hollow that looked like a little door at the front of it. Silky looked at Elmo and whispered, Not long now. What do you mean? Said Elmo. Before he'd finished speaking, the church clock chimed midnight, and every cat in the circle sat up straight, meowing and whispering to each other. Is that him? Asked one little cat. Yes, he's here. Look over there, said another. Ruby and Diamond meowed loudly, asking their mother, Who is that? Quiet, you two, said Esmeralda. He is a very important cat. Elmo looked around, and in the little doorway, in the trunk of the old redwood tree, was the grandest, most handsome cat Elmo had ever seen. He was a big cat, bigger even than Elmo. He has the kindest, wisest face, but at the same time, you knew he was a cat to be obeyed, like a king. His fur was thick and long and shiny, patterned black and beige, apart from the front, from his neck down, where it was pure white like a king's robe, and he had pure white fur on his front legs too, like a beautiful pair of boots. His eyes were large and seemed to see everything at once, and his whiskers were longer than any other cat. He looked around him in silence, waiting for all the whispering and meowing to settle down. The church clock chimed the last stroke of midnight, and finally he spoke. Who called me here? He asked. Silky stepped forward, and showing respect to this great king of cats, she bowed her head and said, I did, Sir Jack. We have a mystery for the Cat Alert team to solve. Well, you better tell me all about it, he said. Come closer, everyone. All the cats moved in closer to Sir Jack. There were about 20 of them. Elmo went to stand next to Silky. This is Elmo, said Silky, introducing him. He came here to live 6 months ago. Ah, yes, I've heard of you, Elmo, said Sir Jack. You have? How? I don't understand, Elmo started to say. Shush, Elmo, said Silky. Let Sir Jack speak. Be respectful. Don't worry, Elmo, said Sir Jack kindly. Tell me what has happened. Oh dear, Sir Jack, I am so worried and frightened. Somebody has been stealing fish suppers from people. Everyone thinks it's me because I love fish and I'm always hungry and... Slow down, Elmo, said Sir Jack gently. I know you were rescued and adopted by Mr. and Mrs. Cotton. It's my job to know about all new cats in the neighbourhood. I promise, sir, I would never steal anything. My mother taught me that is wrong, said Elmo. Silky, said Sir Jack. What has happened? Silky told him all about the story of the missing fish suppers and the intruder in their garden. "He scared me at first," said Silky, "but when Elmo came to my rescue, he ran away." "You are a good friend and very brave, Elmo," Sir Jack said with approval. "Did either of you see this intruder?" he asked. "Yes, I caught a glimpse of him," said Silky. "He was thin and scruffy, his fur was patchy, and I think he had a mark on his face," she said. "Scarface Sam is back," a voice shouted. "Who said that?" cried a cat in the crowd. Another cat moved through the circle to the front. He was completely black and could hardly be seen in the dark, except for his huge green eyes. Look at those lovely, lovely, lovely green eyes. "I did," he said. "My name is Midnight. I was lost and I lived on the street when I had no home." "Midnight, do you have a home now?" asked Sir Jack with concern. "Yes, sir, I do, thanks to a kind family who found me hungry and cold and took me to their home to live with them." "Kindness to others, animals and people, is a blessing," said Silky. "Who is Scarface Sam?" asked Elmo, a little nervously. "He is a troublemaker and a bully," said Sir Jack. "I haven't heard about him for a long time. I thought he was gone." "No, sir," said Midnight. "He lives on an old barge on the canal, hiding away. I met him when I was lost, and he stole the food somebody had left out for me." Elmo listened with his eyes wide. "He sounds like a bad cat." "He is," said Midnight, "and he's a bully." "We need to organise the cat alert team," said Silky. "Our cat detectives will sort this out." "Indeed they will," Sir Jack agreed. "Magic, you are our best cat detective and you can work with Midnight as he has seen Scarface Sam recently. We will need to find out what he's up to." "Esmeralda, keep your kittens, Ruby and Diamond, safe inside," called Silky. "Everyone else can help. Keep your ears tuned in, your whiskers alert, and report back to me," said Sir Jack. As all the cats started to go back to their homes, slipping through the dark of their garden, Elmo was a little worried. "Don't worry, Elmo. Everything is going to be okay," said Silky gently. "The cat team will soon catch the real thief." "I do hope so," Elmo thought, as they finally slipped back through the cat flap into their nice warm kitchen at Barry Grove. What Elmo didn't know is that Magic and Midnight were stationed in the garden, on watch, in case Scarface Sam came back. Then they would follow him to see where he went. They needed to catch him stealing fish so they could prove Elmo's innocence. He would never see them because Magic had cast a spell to make Midnight and herself invisible. He made Midnight promise never to tell anyone about his secret cat powers. They rubbed noses to seal the promise. They waited all night, but nothing happened. Scarface Sam didn't come back. Well, we'll find out what happens in the next chapter tomorrow. Hopefully they'll be able to clear Elmo's name. I hope you've enjoyed today's story. I think Lisa's enjoyed the story too. And I look forward to bringing you chapter 4 tomorrow. Bye for now.